my lovelies, I'm back. Okay, so I have moved on because you've seen me do this once, so you don't need to see me do it 3 times. But I have now done the front, the spine and the back. Okay, now all I did was I just used the same method. I just used all the leftover scraps of that Hessian the Hessian bag for the back, and for this one I just did an outline, so I just ran that round the edges with my glue gun. So it's just a little bit, if you've got some string, you can sort of rope it into a plait. It just gives it a little bit more detail around the edge so that it gives it more of a spine. So we've moved on now. Just to show you, I should just take this big one out, shouldn't I? I keep the rest in, but I'll take that big one out for the moment, just so you can see. But you can see how this is going to work now. So we've got our spine, and then obviously we're going to have the back cover. And it will, I promise you, once it's all stuck on, oh, there we go. It's going to look really spooky and really clever, but we're obviously not going to put those on until the end. So I just wanted to get to the next step with the pictures, because after that really it's up to you. You're all crafters, you'll go away and do whatever it is you want. Right, so if I bring these in to just show you what I've done with them, I'm just going to show you how to put one together. Now, the reason I've done these like this is because you're going to be thinking, oh, there's bits round them. Let's move those out of the way, just pop those there for the moment. Is because we wanted to elongate them, because the pictures are very small. So when you take them out of the frame, they come like that. I mean, you could put them in. You could put them in like that. You could use that frame. It's, it's quite authentic. It looks very old. You could use that, distress it up, so you don't even need to use these. But it's just because I had them in my crafty stash and I wanted to use them. I wanted to give them a go. So it's, all I did was paint the frames black, and again just use the Nouveau Mousse to just go over and make it look like a rusty old frame. So when they come out like that. Now this one's not so bad, because this one's going to fit over it quite well. You just have to cut these down, and it's not that easy. You just have to cut these corners off, and then I've backed it onto black card. But with these ones, because they're square, that's how they come out. They're that size. That didn't actually fit that frame, so we had a gap. Do you see what I mean? So this is just filling in the gaps, but I'll turn him that way, you can't really see it, but it actually looks really fun, doesn't it? There we go. Can you see that? Actually looks really fun. And my moss arrived today for my tree, so I've just used a bit of moss, and this is just a bit of, it was ribbon, but it's like glistly. It'll look lovely in the dark. So that's all I did, was just around the edges where I might just neaten some of those up, but I just wanted to show you just where the edges were. Can you see I've just put a bit of moss in there? So it just kind of, isn't that clever, look? Aren't they fun? I've had so much fun crafting today. I mean, it must be about what's the time? It's is it 4:30? Never. Wow. Now I've been crafting since about, my son's been happily outside, he's been playing with his friends, he's come back in. I've been crafting for a whole day. That's how fun I've found these. But yes, so you can just elongate them. You don't have to worry, don't have to think, oh, they're too small. Or of course you've got your memory books, because I'm using the memory book die set. So you could actually have used, look at that, doesn't it look fun? You could have actually used these frames. So you might have been able to cut them down, but the thing is they are square, so it wouldn't really have made a difference whether you would have used those or whether you would have used a frame. You need to sort of chop those off at the corner and then back it. So I'll show you how to do them, but that's pretty much the most important things that are in there that you're going to have to mock up and, you know, really get messy with. But after that, it's just a process of putting in your pockets and just doing what you want and going wild with it. So I've done this just so that you could see how I have put this together. Right, let's just see if I can just show you. I think this won't upload. The other one is uploading now for the front cover. That's uploading now, so that probably won't upload until this evening, unfortunately. So we will have to hold off getting these put out until the second one put out until tomorrow. So I'll do this one today, the other one tomorrow, and then after that, I think more or less you could go ahead, couldn't you? You could go ahead and do your thing, you know. I mean, I can always put together a little bit more before I show you the actual finished book, if you want me to show you what I'm going to do with the, you know, cards. But I kind of thought to myself, it's probably a bit straightforward, really, and that, you know, you might not, you know, it's not, this is just a fun project, isn't it? But I didn't know whether you would really want to see me do it completely start to finish, because I'm not going to be doing anything too exciting now, it'll just be pockets. But right, this is, oh, I need those again. This is how I did it. So first of all, I just chopped off the back. You can't peel the back off because it's pretty much stuck on, and I didn't want to ruin the photos, so I cut it down. Easy peasy. These look so fun. Do you know what? Even if you weren't doing a memory book, this as a tutorial separately is quite fun, because you could do these and hang them on your wall. Couldn't you? You could hang them on your wall. Just take that excess card off the back. But yeah, you could hang these on your wall, couldn't you? If you come in, they would look really fun. So this is all I did. Before I backed it, before I put it down, let's just make sure. So just make sure that's completely in the frame as you want it to be. And I didn't do anything exciting. When I say I roughed it, I mean I cut it. Okay, didn't do anything. Just make sure when you do it, your frame is straight. You don't have to worry, because it's all going to be backed onto black card anyway. Okay, so if you're looking at it thinking, oh, it's going to look funny, no, it won't. I promise. They look really fun once you back them onto the black card, and you know, you're never going to know any different. And the last one just here. So that is literally all I did. I really roughed it. Can you see? We will get that in so that you can just see. Once you've got it down, you see. So it looks, that one actually looks perfect. But if you can get hold of these, I couldn't find any more. I did go in, but they may have them in other shops. They definitely have them on eBay, but they're not cheap. They're not cheap. These ones, I promise, were from the pound shop, but I think they could have been last year. They do big ones. They do big ones, so I think there are some big ones in there, but you obviously not going to be able to put them in memory books. But you could do this as an idea, couldn't you, for your wall? So you could do exactly the same. You could even use, oh, I don't know actually, I've got a couple of them. They're in this plastic sort of framing, so without having a look to see how it's going to come off, I was just thinking you could use your Tonic tailored frames, couldn't you? You could use your Tonic tailored frames to make a spooky picture frame, couldn't you? There's so much you could do. I'm going to do lots more. Right, let me just, I'm sorry, I just got to get my head in her a little bit, because let's bring this down. I'm just going to, Hang on. Let's just get that gone. Oh, that looks good. Looks more spooky. I just have to make sure. Sorry, I'm getting this straight-ish. Oh, of course, it won't matter too much. Sorry, there we go. We can bring it up again now. Yeah, so, but have a look. I haven't gone into any other stores. You may be able to, you know, there are lots of other ones, aren't there? Like cheap, bargainy ones that you could go into and have a look and see if you've got them. And then failing that, if you really want to do it, they do have them on eBay, but I guess they've probably bought them from the pound shop and they're selling them on for more money. It's a shame when people do that. And I know, you know, some people do have a business, you know, but it's a shame, isn't it? Because when you really want these things. So, yes. So we've done, I'm just thinking now, we've done so much. We've done the lanterns. The tree's going to be done by tomorrow. I'm going to finish putting the moss on tonight. So I should do a nice little display and show you how I've used all that. We did the gravestones and we did some pumpkins, didn't we? And now we've done a haunted, well, I've put spell book. It's like a memory book, isn't it? But because we've got spells in there, it's like a memory spell book for Halloween. So we've done some really nice fun projects. I'll be actually quite upset to have to go back to doing all my other stuff because I've got so much lined up to do. I've still got to do this wall light with the diamantes. I really want to show you. I'm just keeping this so that this can dry. I've got the wall light, and I wanted to carry on doing the hexagon box because I wanted to show you how you could make the hexagon box and put all the diamantes inside it with it all lit up, because they will look lovely for Christmas, you know, especially if you've got somebody who really likes glitzy things. Right, so you could, if you wanted to, this is actually a better idea thinking on it. What you could have done, right, was cut out, this is a better way to do it, cut out one of these, so your second one in from your page, cut that out, because then you can just put those straight in. I didn't do that, I've backed it first, but you could have, do you see what I mean, rather than cutting it out, because this is a really silly way to do it for the memory book. This is fine if you're doing wall ones, but for the memory book you could have, you know what I mean, cut the inner layer out rather than done it this way, and then it would have been directly on there and then you wouldn't have had to do all this. So hindsight is a lovely thing, but I'll just quickly cut round. I'll just quickly cut round this, it shouldn't take me too long, and then we don't have to worry too much about this one because this one fits. You see, this is the thing, if they had these, right, if they had more of these, I would have gone in and picked up 4 packs, you see, and I probably would have just used, actually, no, I could have gone, thinking on it, do you know what you're best to do? These, if you want to use these wooden frames, they're from, sounds like the Grange. That's where these are from, these wooden frames, and you could probably go and pick 4 packs up. I'm not sure how much they are. They were cheap when I bought them. We're talking maybe a couple of pounds. I suppose it depends how much you really want to spend on your project. I didn't have the time to go down there to do that. But it does depend on how much you want to spend. You know, if you're only doing this for Halloween and it's a cheap thing, you know, or if Halloween's your passion and you like it, then you'll spend more money. Right, so because this one doesn't have, we don't have to cover it up. But I think because all the other ones have got something on it, I think we do need to have a little bit of moss, because we've used 2 of the other ones for the others, although on its own it does look really good. It's not quite stuck down yet, but can you see that? Where are we? How funny is that? I mean, if you really wanted to do it as a memory book and not have spells in it, you could make up some really funny names, couldn't you? Grandpa and Grandma Festus, or I don't know. Couldn't you? That would be really fun. I love these. They do look really good. Once they're in the memory book as well, you know, with the spells, I think they'll look really good. But yes. Right, so just to quickly show you, I did colour the spiders. Do you remember we did it in a tutorial? I can't remember which one now, but I used both of these. I used the copper. No, it wasn't called copper, was it? It was called, I keep saying it because I'm aware that there's some people that may not have seen the first tutorial I did, but it's hammered copper, and this one I used, which was forest green. Okay, so let's just put a little bit. So this is how it came. Now this is not really what I wanted, because I wanted it to be, I mean, it's very realistic, but I didn't really want this. I wanted that stuff that almost looks like herbs. That's what I wanted for the bottom of the tree, and I didn't get that. What I've got is something different. So I think we might just put some, rather than, we'll just put a little tiny bit, rather than on the picture, we'll just put some here on the frame. So a little bit of hot glue, and then we're just gonna just pop that down. Ooh. Be careful if you're using hot glue. If you're young, I will say it again as a disclaimer, if you're young and you're watching, please get an adult to help you. But most importantly, just please be careful when you're using hot glue guns. I have asbestos hands. I'm very used to working with glue guns. Oh, there we go. Take that bit out. But yes, just take your moss. I'm only going to do a little bit. I'm not going to do too much on this one because this one didn't really need it, and I definitely would have, just put that in there, I definitely would have got a few more of these frames if I had the chance to go out. Definitely would have got them. Right, so I think we're just going to pop a little spider coming off the bottom here as well, seeing as we've got them on the others. Don't worry about that, looks like cobwebs. So there we go. I don't think I'm going to do too much. I might change my mind. Maybe I'll do, should I put another spider on? Maybe I'll put a bronze one. I could put one up here, couldn't I? This is where you know, it's a question of do I, don't I? I mean, the frame itself is so nice, isn't it? Maybe I'll leave it, and you know, if I change my mind later, I can always come back. So yes, I thought it was going to be more like herb, like dry. I probably would have been better using dried herbs on the tree, but it really did come like proper moss, which wasn't really what I wanted. So those are our pictures. Ooh, that moss. Oh, do you know what? That moss that I bought, I don't know, it's got a really sticky green. It's really sticky. I don't like working with that, I've got to say. It's really sticky and not very nice to work with. So yeah, I think on reflection, I definitely won't be working with that again. I definitely going to get something a bit better next time. Right. Okay, so I'm going to have a look, which was the front and which was the back. I'm going to have a look and see, because you could, let's just show you with your book. Where are we? Let's just show you. So this would have been a page. So you could put, let's move you all out the way. Let's move you out the way. Just put you over there. You could just put them straight into your book, because we're going to have something there, aren't we? But I'm just thinking maybe I might just cut down another underneath, another layer, because I'm looking at them thinking maybe they need something within the book. So even if I don't put something that just needs, whether it's some more spiders or I don't know, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. So rather than actually put this all down now, I think I will leave it. This is going to take a while because I'm already uploading one video from earlier, which was a little while, which shows you how to make the front and the spines, these parts. Where are we? These. That's going to come to today, but well, tonight by the time it finishes downloading. And we've now done our 4, because that's all you get in a pack. You only get 4. If you wanted to do more, you'd have to buy more of these and more of the frames. But I've only got 4 pictures and 4 frames, so that's all I can do there. So we have everything all ready to go. What I made, I'm just looking at that now on the camera. It does look really cool. I love these projects. I keep saying it. Where is it? Can you see? I can see it. I don't know. Oh, you can see it. Look at that. Sorry, I'm playing. I'm having too much fun. Right. Let's get back to this because I'm not going to waffle anymore. Right, so we'll wait for the other tutorial to upload showing you how I've put this together. I didn't show you these two. It's obvious. It's really obvious. This is a project that's going to be a very quick one, and I promise you, if you start it next week, it will more than be ready for Halloween. Use what you've got. Use, if you haven't got all these bits, use, I don't know, cotton wool. I would have loved to have used spider's web. Oh, and you know what? Just thinking about it, if you do have the Halloween dies and you do happen to have, you know, like these would be brilliant as corners on your book. So I just wanted to tell you that. If you do have the Crawley cobweb, the tonic one, and you haven't got things like this, right? You haven't got things to put on it. Cut these down. Do the same process as what you do with the spell book. Cut them down. Do 6 of them. Stick them all on top of each other. And then you can put, instead of using those, this, I thought of it afterwards. You could have had one there and one there. Do you see what I mean? So one coming up or just one, but use your dies. If you haven't got these things, then use these, build them up, and that will make you a really fun book. So I'm going to pop away and I will come back when I'm near enough ready to stick everything in the book. I might put these in and add some more around the book. I'm thinking what I might do is put some cobwebs, because I know I've got some in the garage. So I might actually put cobwebs coming out from underneath it within the book to make it look even more, you know, like it's a moving, you know, I like things to be interactive and moving. So I will come back, and I hope you do enjoy these tutorials, and I will show you. Hopefully we'll get the finished product done tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to hit subscribe, please do. There'll be more projects, tutorials. I am planning to do tutorials every single week. This week is half term, so I'm going to be doing lots and lots of tutorials. Yes, just stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye.